Okay, this is the Bernina 830E, and I'm going to start the machine. I'd been working on this embroidery design, and when you get ready to start, you push the button. Does a couple quick stitches so that you can snip a thread. Which I forgot about. Okay, and now you hit the go again. And on the screen you see the design it's doing currently is the the flowers on this little design. This is inside the machine, so you don't need any kind of a software or anything for this. I love embroidery, and it's so beautiful. And this machine is a great machine, but it's very heavy. So if you're an older lady, no, I shouldn't say that. If you're a senior citizen, you may not want to have a machine that's quite this heavy. It's difficult for me to lift and take to classes. I'm going to try and get in here close. So now it's finished the flowers on that side, and it will automatically move over to this other side and start the flowers there. When I sell this machine, I'm selling all of the embroidery designs I have with it, which I'm sure I have hundreds of dollars, if not $1,000 in embroidery designs, but I won't exaggerate, so we'll just call it hundreds of dollars in all kinds of designs. As it's embroidering, it tells you how many stitches are, it tells how many stitches you're currently making. This is number 12469 out of 13,000 stitches, and it tells me there's less than a minute left to complete this design. So now this piece is finished, and it tells me on the screen, which I don't think you're going to be able to see, but the next part is going to be another part around that flower. So it looks like it's kind of a gold. So I'm going to go ahead and change the thread now and put in a gold. Now I've loaded the machine, and you'll see that on the diagram, the machine tells you how to load it, tells you exactly how to turn the thread and put it through the cutter. Then when I'm ready to thread the machine, then I just press this button and it will automatically thread my machine, so I don't have to wear out my poor eyeballs. Now I've got to pause this for a second because I can't do this with three hands. Hold on. Okay, so now I've pulled that thread. It's through the needle and it's all ready to go. I'm just making sure everything is ready. Now all I do is, again, I'm going to push this button to start it. Oops, what did I not do? It is through the needle. Okay. Okay. Okay, so, sorry. I had to push the button over here saying the check that everything's okay. And up here on the screen, it's telling me where it's going to start. Then I push the button here, go, and go. Okay, I think it's doing a couple stitches. It wants me to cut the thread. This is not the way I would normally do this, but I'm going to do this way for the sake of brevity. There, now I press the button again to go. And it says we have a broken thread. So up here on the screen, it tells me I have a broken thread. So I've got to pause again. Okay, so now we have the broken thread fixed. It wants me to snip that thread, but I really don't usually do that. Go. So it's doing some little highlights I can see in these flowers. Okay, so we'll try again. Press, start. Giving me a few stitches. I picked up a different pair of scissors, which are working better. Okay, now we're going to go again. And these are gold highlights around the flowers. It ties a knot on the bottom. And it's moving over here to this side. Okay, and I'm going to pause and change threads. We're going to be going to the center of the flower. So we're back again. I am starting the center. It'll take a few stitches and stop so I can cut the thread. Move around here, snip, pull the thread off, and press go. Yes, it wanted different colored thread for the center, but you know, I decided the yellow centers were just fine. So I did not change the thread on that one. And the thread I'm using on this is Isacord. And it looks like, well, I thought the design was finished, but there's one more element and then it'll be done. Pause. Okay, last element. This is a flower. I'm not sure you can see it on the screen. It is a flower in the center of that section right there. So we'll push the start and go. Sorry, I never was a videographer for this, so I'm sure this video probably really sucks, but hey, guess what? You get the idea. Okay, trim thread, go. I love embroidery so much, I had to have a second machine a Bernina 180 so that I could sew while this was embroidering, because obviously if it's embroidering, you can't be sewing on it. So as I love to quilt, I use this to do all my embroidery, and it is finished. The design is done. It took an entire time of actual stitching of about 8 minutes to do the entire design. Pausing to change threads, and I'm going to take this out, grip here, and you see that it's just a very pretty design with some really nice, very lovely stitching in greens and blues and pinks and purples, just so that you could kind of get the idea. The machine itself is very easy to operate. The bobbin is down here, and all of the controls are up here. You can connect a computer to it and download all of the all kinds of stitching and embroidery designs. I usually went to embroidery.com, and I know, like I said, I have hundreds of dollars of stitches, designs from embroidery.com. The unit itself can just be, you just lift up the edge and you pull it out, and this unit comes out. It's quite large, and the machine is actually quite heavy, which is why I am selling it, because this darling little thing weighs, I'm going to say it's 40 pounds, maybe. It could be 35, but it's heavy, and I have a hard time lifting it. So it's done. The design is complete, and I'm going to stop the video and talk about the machine for a second. Okay, turning on the machine, it identifies which model it is. There's a table that I am selling separate that is called a Sew Steady table, and there's also the regular table, which is right here, and that slides on. There are additional embroidery images and all kinds of extra goodies. When the machine comes up, and you've got these, I'm trying to do this without this flash interfering, but you've got the various settings here that show you stitch, location. It's right here in dead center. Tells you which foot you have on. Right now it's telling me I have the embroidery foot on, and number 1 is straight stitching, obviously zigzags, many others. Then over here you have decorative stitches, and if you just press this button for the different stitches. I have a, I don't know where my decorative stitches. It wants to stop.